3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody.
I
Why
wasn't
am I the
ready.
only one?
I wasn't ready.
Count it down.
Oh.
Wait. I'm not ready. Let
Man.
me see. Is yours lit up? Wait, where's mine?
You got to pull a little
Did
thing
yours-
out. There's a little plasticky thing in there. You pull it out.
Which one? 1 or 2?
No, it's on the side, down on the side.
It's next to the one.
Yeah.
It's a big.
Next to the 1. Right here. Oh, you see something?
No,
Yeah. Yeah. There was a little tab in the back. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, I see the Z. Oh, okay, I see it.
There you
Girl,
go.
if my hair catches on fire, I am fighting you. You hear me? We are fighting. I'm coming over here and I'm
Hey,
putting
you
my.
better stay 6 feet away. We can fight 6 feet away. Okay, count us
I'm
in.
gonna bring something, my pool noodle something. I'm gonna beat you upside the head if my hair catches on fire.
It is sparky a little bit.
don't. You know what you say. Don't do that.
Okay, ready?
Yes. 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. We're the Sunshine Stitchers. I'm EJ.
I'm Gary.
And I'm Shelia.
And me.
Oh my God, he's been partying all night.
That's where you guys were missing. You guys were missing yesterday. Well, last night. Partying.
Partying like there's no tomorrow.
Nice.
Yes, from the back of my closed eyelids.
You went to Club Bed. Were you really?
Instead of Club Med, it's Club Bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that.
All righty. So we want to say Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy 2021.
Yes,
We made it.
we did.
There were some doubts around June.
There was.
I was concerned for yours,
September.
Gary.
I think I hit my kind of thing around September. It was the first time I was kind of like, woo, we've been into this now for about 6 months. Woo.
Well, like 10 years.
Yeah, that was the first time it kind of hit me that how long.
Yeah.
But hey, now it's a way of life in a
Mhm.
sense, in terms of practices and things that I elect to do, which ain't a lot.
Hey, us people with spouses, I mean, we survived a year
Yeah,
together.
exactly. Exactly.
That's a big accomplishment.
I'm telling you, yes. Yeah. Me, knowing me, it's been a year where I've had many moments where I've been so glad I live alone because I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think your cat's probably saying she hasn't gone on a cruise yet.
Yeah.
When is she leaving?
When is she leaving? I know.
Where is she going?
Yeah. But we want to wish everybody a very, very happy new year. Hope that your year starts off great, continues to be great, and just make every single moment matter. That's what's important, making every moment matter. So we did have some great comments this time. First, we want to say thank you to Becca Sambry Stitches.
Yes.
She published an interview that we did with her, episode 42. And we were her last interview for 2020.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. We had some of the folks who watch us a lot saw it and said they learned more about us through the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't think about stuff. We just are into cross stitch. This is a channel about cross stitch.
Yeah.
So we'll have a link to that video in our description box. But Sam, S-A-M, as in Mike.
Mm-hmm.
M as in Mike. What is the?
Oh, Mike.
Mike. Oh, you're talking about the military alphabet?
Yeah. Mike.
Sierra Alpha Mike.
Okay, Sierra Alpha Mike.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Romeo.
Romeo.
India.
India and E.
Echo.
Echo.
There
Okay.
you go.
No, I'm going to stitch Gary after 2021, the alphabet, the military alphabet.
Oh, nice. That would be nice.
You do know I'm like 52, right?
Do they have? I know Z and Zulu. How about I'll stick to the ones I know, which is Alpha, Bravo, and Zulu. That's it.
I might
Thank
be around for
Be
that.
real short.
Oh, wait. I got your joke, and you're not funny.
I want to say also thank you to Holly D, who emailed us a link to an Etsy shop where they have a book called Quaker Sampler Delight.
Oh, okay.
And I looked through
Mhm.
whatever I could of the book. The motifs are beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So the shop focuses on Quaker motifs. And they have this book and one magazine. And I think you can also buy individual charts
Okay.
of the motifs. The nice thing about the book, you get them all, and it was only $14.95.
So you can make your own sampler.
You can make your own sampler.
That's kind of cool.
Or if you're doing smalls, you can, put some together for smalls. Very nice. But we'll put the link to that. And thank you, Holly D, for emailing that. Post office box. So folks wondered, in response to our conversation about addresses, sharing addresses and gifts, a couple of folks suggested that we get a post office box. I wrote back saying, no, we're not getting a post office box. Number one, we think everybody should spend their money on stitchy stuff for themselves so they can stitch things for themselves and other people.
Yeah.
Share the love, spread the love. But also, I started to think, for me, post office box is number one, money that I'm not spending on stitching. Two,
Logistics of getting there.
is someplace I have to go and go routinely. And three, it's just something else.
Yeah.
It's just,
And you notice how Shelia took it upon herself, because I hate going to the mailbox.
yes.
So now I have to drive somewhere else to pick up mail. And what if it's junk mail? Oh, that's the worst.
I know. And notwithstanding the fact that you literally live down the street from the post office.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, we both do, technically speaking, but the post office box won't happen.
It's too much.
Yeah, and EJ, a couple of people wrote in some suggestions for how to turn off the ding.
Oh my goodness, yes, I meant to do that and I just don't. I looked for the notification and I saw notification, but it doesn't tell me.
Put your phone on airplane mode.
But my phone, okay, I'll put my phone on airplane. We'll see. I'm a very popular girl.
Yeah, I noticed it. The thing was dinging through the whole video, wasn't it?
Yes, ding, ding.
We'll see.
It was stereo sometimes.
It was, I could tell, with my hearing aid, sometimes sound bounces on me. Sometimes I can't tell if it was here or there, over there. So yeah, it was one of those moments.
I'll also put it on airplane mode.
Okay,
My iPad. But go ahead.
excellent. And somebody asked,
So yeah, thank you for those who suggested that, and I'll look for the notification button again. It's just probably my lack of attention span or awareness that I can't find it. So
okay,
Mhm.
well, we had a couple of comments on it, and so you can go back through and look. Somebody asked, how many finishes did we end 2020 with?
true. Oh, I did check. I did count. Go
Okay,
ahead.
all right.
7 finishes.
Yes, that was your most, right?
No, I've had 9 before,
Oh, okay.
but it's pretty on par with, like, I stopped finishing in March, maybe something like that. My first couple of first 4 finishes was like January, February.
Okay,
Yeah, I stopped finishing maybe in May, maybe.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
The last finish was Tilly's piece.
Oh, okay, all right. Gary,
I had 49.
40.
I needed one more to break my
Yes, I
50,
thought.
but I just I just couldn't.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
I thought 49 was pretty good.
And I had 23, which is just a little less than normal. Just a little
Oh,
less.
do you want to write it down in the book?
Okay, so 23, you had 49, and they had 7.
Yes.
Because she's very popular.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your comments. And again, I think in going through the comments this week, I wished everybody the best of everything in the new year. I did that for every comment.
And I gave everybody a heart.
Yeah, you did. So thank you very much. All righty, so let's get into, and again, thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for hanging out with us for the last year, because
Yes.
it was you guys helped us, and I think we might have helped you a little bit, but I think you guys helped us more.
I think so. And for those of you who are new, who are just finding us, welcome. And we hope sincerely that you enjoy our adventure.
Yes.
Yes.
We're having fun.
Yes.
We are.
Promise.
That was rule 1.
Rule 1.
Only do this if we have fun.
That's right. That's right.
It's still fun.
The day it feels like a job,
It's over.
it's done. No. All right. Who had finishes this week?
Oh, yay. I had no finishes this year.
Yeah, me neither.
So, well, mine was December 31st.
And this one may be influenced because she sits with me once a week.
Yes.
Oh.
So it does have some little diamond-shaped things that kind of go in here.
Mhm.
I declared it done.
It's good.
Is it going to be finished in a hoop?
Yes, this is it. It came as a kit,
Oh, okay.
so the hoop came with it.
Mhm.
Um,
So you're going to paint it or put washi tape on it?
I'll do something, or maybe not. Maybe I'll do something. I don't know.
What about washi tape? It might be easier than paint and glue.
Washi tape
Yeah.
That
it's
Have
really-
washi tape?
is glue, right?
no, it's like a little thin, very thin, like a makeup tape.
I have tons and tons of washi tape. I'll just give you my stash, and you can pick which one you like.
So you
It's
It's
can
just
wrap it around.
literally like painter's tape. You just tape around it.
Thinner than that.
Okay, so here it's black and pink, so you pick out something and just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
She's done with it.
Yeah, I started this last January 1st. This was my January 1st
Wow,
start.
it took
Yeah.
a year.
Well, and I put it up, and yeah, it didn't take it out again. I stitched on it January 1st and put it up and took it out December 31st.
That's good.
Yeah. I was going to travel with it, but then I decided that maybe the people may not understand the sentiment.
Well, I mean, you do have to go through TSA and security
Yeah, I decided
sometimes.
maybe it might not be the best thing.
An international
Yeah,
murderer may not go well on your resume.
exactly.
Is she cross stitching? Because if she
I know, so I get to stab something with a needle 1,000 times. All right. I did not have any starts, as I will not have any starts this year, despite Gary's.
yes, you did have starts actually.
What start?
December 26th.
Oh, that's right. I forget. January 1st was only Friday.
Correct.
Sorry. Thank you. I forget. I'm so focused that this is now 2021. I did have a new start. Thank you. On December 26th, I started Harriet Tubman. This is the primitive hair. I'm stitching this on color and cotton tea leaves, right?
Yeah, 32 count.
32 count. And I'm using the call for DMC and Gentle Arts toasted barley.
Now the toasted barley is just the fill in behind her.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
if you didn't want that, you didn't really.
That's true. That's true. But it'll be
Because I'm
nice.
thinking like if you have like a nice fabric,
Yes.
you might want to see the background of your fabric.
Exactly.
Because
You might not want to stitch the background.
Yeah, because it's solid stitching.
It's solid stitching.
But it's not a lot. I mean, the
Yeah.
piece isn't that much, and she literally takes up most of it.
Mm.
Really beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Yes, and yesterday I sat and watched the movie Harriet.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Which was good, which
Oh,
was
that's
very
good.
well done. I enjoyed
Okay,
it
you've
very
even
much.
done the Kreinik already?
Yes,
Look at that.
yes, there's
Are
a
you gonna fill in the date?
little bit more down here. Well, here's the
Kreinik.
date here.
Are you gonna fill that in?
I don't think you need.
Oh, yes, that will be filled in too. Yes.
Oh, with the toasted barley?
But it might be, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. But so yes, thank you, EJ. I forgot.
Mhm.
And it's already, I had posted the picture of the chart in my No New Starts album so that it was recorded. So all I had to do was to load, when I finished working on it,
Your 200 stitches.
my 200 proof of 200 stitches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I had no starts, but I didn't sign up for no
Start.
Didn't have any.
You just didn't have any because, well, you were hard at work.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do whips, but let's
That
start.
way, you can have
Oh, you had a start.
Yes.
January 1st was Friday.
Did you start this yesterday?
I started this on the 26th, and I started also Harriet Tubman.
Oh,
Yay.
look at that.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah, those letters are
Yeah, your fabric choice is great too.
I love that fabric choice.
This is 32 linen Melissa's from Under the Sea Fabrics.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks like an old parchment or something.
Yes.
So I can't wait. This is like maybe 2 days of stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but this is not part of my No New Starts 2021 whip list.
Yes.
So
You'll pick it up in 2022.
I will pick it up in 2022.
Unless you finish all of your whips that you put on your No New.
They said if I finish, no, this is what they said, and because somebody asked that, what if you finish whips? I said, well, knitting and needlepoint is not, it's not cross stitch.
It's just too strict.
No, it is a focus on counted cross stitch.
Right. No. If the goal is focus on your whips for 2021, right? Yeah. And if you finish,
no, the goal is No New Starts 2021. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe okay. I just don't know what the goal is.
The goal is no new starts. Finish what you got.
Yeah.
Not finish. Work on what you got.
Okay. All right. No new starts.
There's no emphasis on finishing anything.
That's true.
Okay. Just don't start anything.
Don't start.
Correct.
Don't start anything. There won't be no problem.
Correct.
I've heard that a lot. Don't know why.
Which is why EJ and I went on such a starting kick starting in September, so that we have plenty to work on.
So then on your whip go, that is to focus on those that have to be finished.
Correct. See, whip go and No New Starts are.
There's going to be some kind of finishes this year.
Well, there's an overlap because everything on her whip go had to be in No New Starts.
Oh, okay.
So you've got No New Starts, and then you've got whip go.
Okay.
You have the umbrella.
It's like a Venn diagram.
Yes.
Where I'm the circle. I'm in the middle. And everything.
I don't need a diagram.
That was your only start, EJ, right?
Yes, that was my only start.
Okay, so let's talk whips.
For 26 start.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, and I'm kind of like kicking myself that I didn't put it on my whip, my No New Starts list, my whip list.
I know. I couldn't believe when you said that. I was like, wow.
Well, you didn't put stitches in at the time, right?
I didn't have the pattern. There was no stitches. I'm thinking, when is this pattern coming? Am I gonna have enough? Well, no. When I turned in my whip list, when is this if I'm gonna have? Do I have fabric for it? Do I? What'd you say?
Just get the pattern at the same time, right?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
But I turned in my whip list before I did these stitches, because 200 stitches to me could be like, could take 5 days, could take 10 days. Who knows?
Who knows?
So needless to say, I did not put it on list, so I'll start it after this No New Starts.
Okay. Okay.
I'll work on that then.
All right. Whips. Oh, let me back up a little bit. So Harriet Tubman is part of a stitch along. PH Harriet Tubman. It's all one word. Sal on Instagram. And if you want to see some beautiful stitching and some fabulous progress,
Yes.
check out that folder on
Mhm.
Instagram. It's really amazing to see the work that's being done on that, and several stitchers are doing it as a focus piece
Okay.
right now, so they're making tremendous headway. Mine has been going to be put up for a little while. I'm going to, because I've got some other whips that I'm working on, but it will be back out a couple of times this month.
Are you going to try to have it finished by February? During February?
I think I can finish it during February.
Okay, that'll be nice.
Definitely. And hashtag representation matters, Sal. That's part of it. And diversity and inclusion, Sal. This
Yeah.
is beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, kudos to the Primitive Hair for putting the chart out, for putting her out, because we're all enjoying it very much.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice
whip.
stitch. It's a nice stitch. Whip. I have whips.
Okay.
All right. Let's see those whips.
All right. My first whip is Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs. This is my first Blackbird.
Yeah.
And it is. I extended this line right here. So boom.
Oh, the long one. Woo, look at that.
Okay.
Wow, that's a big pattern.
So this is the width of it. Oh boy. So that's the width of it. I just have to wait. You don't see that.
That's it.
I just have to bring this up. And that is basically the width of this pattern. Boom.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's long though, but yes. So I had to add more stitches. So
Okay.
And that's only the first block. There's like more below it.
yeah, there's a lot of borders.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like segments.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That-
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe I should show the picture.
yes.
See, she's at that
Oh,
top
I
part
see,
there.
I see. I was confused. Thank you for
And then she's got some
clarifying
big flowers.
that. Yes.
And this has like 3 borders. There's some satin stitches up here and down here. There's another border here. Yeah. So it's a lot of borders. So if I have like a challenge that asks for border,
Mhm.
this will be my go-to piece.
Okay.
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 And yes, I'm still in the challenge groups.
Yes.
Oh, that's one whip. Another whip is the other whip. I filled in the this part. I want to tell you.
You know, we're a little confused. There's not enough stitches there. Could you show us the picture of what that project is again?
If you look here, well, I finished this part, the under cheek.
I was trying to figure out how would you describe that. That's a good.
Is that lace work?
No, it's going to be. There's going to be lace over here, but this is the under cheek, and this is the outline of the heart that you're going to see.
That's the right buttock.
Okay.
Yes. So that's my second whip, and I had to continue stitching.
Long year.
What'd you say? Yes.
It'll be a long
Yes, I'm
year.
gonna prolong it as much as possible. I'm going to prolong it as much as possible.
Wouldn't be EJ without it.
And then I'm going to do that and the blackwork butterfly. Perfect combo.
Perfect.
Is that still going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you finished that.
No, she's got the other half of the wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I added more black because I needed 200 stitches. I got my 200 stitches and I'm good to go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so that's going to be worked on. And then for January 1st, yesterday, so everything dropped.
Where'd you start? What'd you
I
start?
did not start anything.
Oh.
Everything dropped. Daily 30, their monthly and weekly and yearly events dropped. WhipGo, started today. Well, started yesterday for the 2. We already knew what was the projects. I just started working on them yesterday. School of Magical Stitches and Literature, which is really easy because it was all about stitch on whatever you want for as many stitches as you can.
Yeah.
That's the first task. I'm like, bet, perfect. It goes to everything. Semi-sane stitchers, doing snowballs. So, also, No New Starts also have challenges. So,
yeah. I've got to, I saw it all show up in my Facebook and the event invitations. I've got to go figure out what that is.
And the beauty of it is Shelia's going to do these things because no counting is involved.
That's right.
Okay.
All she says is show progress. All they say is show progress.
Okay, so it's not like, because we know Shelia has a calendar she makes for the whole month.
Yes.
They drop a challenge in and tells her she's got to stitch on something that's not on that calendar. I want to see what happens.
No, but the thing is, they plan the year, so she knows like she can put her February plans because they already planned the year, and it could match your stitching.
The year.
Okay.
It's 2021.
Okay.
They planned the year.
All right.
Already.
Okay.
So I started. And this is one of my WhipGo pieces. 500 stitches on night lights. I didn't do 500 stitches. It took me all day to do 93 stitches.
It was a nightlife and there was champagne involved, right?
No, actually, the 31st going into the first champagne, but the first yesterday. So I stitched here, I stitched here, I stitched here, I stitched here, I stitched a little bit here. Yes, so 93 stitches, 93 stitches, and I need to do 500 stitches.
Oh.
I was trying to eat the frog, do what I don't want to do first.
Yes.
And this is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 93, huh?
93. So I'm going to work on some more today.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll get maybe 293.
Yeah. Yeah. A little focus, that's all.
Yeah. And I think I have a game plan. I'm looking for the big chunks of colors. And just, I don't care where it is. I'm just going to take the big chunks of colors and just go.
Just as long as you count to the right spot.
Yes, it's been counted. Trust me.
Okie dokie.
All right, there's all my whips.
Okay, good. Gary, let's see your whip.
Oh, I focused on one whip this week.
You finished him? No, you didn't finish him.
No, I'm finished. I did the back stitching is all done from here up.
Wow.
Down, and then I got to put the beads. There's a lot of beads all through him. He should be done by soon.
Yes. That looks really, really great. Wow, he has a beard and everything?
Oh, yeah. There's Kreinik and
It's beautiful.
lots of good stuff.
That looks really, really good.
Yeah, let's just look at that.
Look at those eyes.
Yes.
Okay, just leave it right there for a little bit.
Are you gonna back? He's so funny. That looks really good. Congratulations.
So that's all I worked on this week. Not much. I think last time you guys saw him, you only saw, I think he was like right here.
Yeah.
The last video was right there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stitching.
Okay, so for my whips, I picked up Lady Virginia, which is a class piece, but we didn't have the class last year. So before I did all of the white specialty, the pulled work stitches on the sides, and now I'm doing the cross stitches on the inside, and then there's another pulled work stitch right in the center.
Oh, okay.
So yesterday I did all of this outline.
Hey, and it matched.
And it matched, yes, that was nice. There's one section in there that's a little wonky. I couldn't figure out why. It's only one little spot. I said, you know what? Yeah.
Ooh, and
Yes, and this is the letter S. And these are the colors for the letter S.
Oh, that's a nice border. It's not a boring border.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, the reason it's looking kind of like this down here is because I was having trouble making the turn.
Oh.
I was really struggling
You
last
ever do a
night.
U-turn?
Yeah, it came out multiple times. So finally I decided to work the two colors together.
Oh, okay.
To I knew it was correct.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Up the spacing.
Yes, I had come all the way across with the blue, and then when I came down this side, it didn't match up.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't, going back, I couldn't figure out, this side I figured was correct. It's always the bottom for me.
Oh.
Where I have trouble, it's that directional thing that
Well, just flip it and work it upside down.
Oh, that's worse. That's just worse. It does not, no. And these are the colors. So these are, except for the yellow and the white, these, right? Well, the beige, the yellow, and the white. The three colors, the blue, the blues and the green, came from the threadwork set that we were given for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And there's another blue in there that I think I'm going to use for the actual big letter S.
Okay.
Because I was looking at it yesterday. And
Ooh.
Since it's the letter S, my first initial is S, and blue is my favorite color. I'm going to take that deep, gorgeous blue out of that set and use it.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
You should do it in V as well, because Valerie put in a little bit.
I should, yeah, use it for V. Well, V is UV. Yeah, that's next month. Yes. And then I also worked on, okay, thank you. Also worked on ABC.
Look at the cat.
Yes, de la Brodieuse. I worked on
These two.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
yeah.
Like little measurement.
I had about 3 of these done. So I came all the way across here. I did, the horn book was already in there. So I did all of this blue under here. Everything you see here, the linen, the cat.
That's some solid stitching with the cat.
Yeah, yeah. But it was fun because he's small. No, where the solid stitching came in was with the books that he's sitting on. Yeah.
It's not a book. It's folded linen.
Fabric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's linen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ruler was fun.
Did that challenge you with doing the numbers sideways?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it like, how did you do that?
Right. And my goal really was to try to get to the letter M by the end of the year, because I know M is the middle letter. And I was running out of steam. I was so running out of steam. So I got the letter M, and I ran out of thread that far into the P. It's supposed to be sampler.
Oh, okay.
And I said, that's it.
You got the M done. That's all
I got the M done, met my goal.
Good.
So this continues to be a tremendous amount of fun. Really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And that's the last year. It was my February 29 leap year start. That's done on a piece of banding. I forgot to give all the details. The banding is, I think it's a 28 count. I've still not figured out what the count is.
That's weird because banding has got like weird numbers. Sometimes banding is like 27 count.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Or 24 count. I mean, it's really weird. Banding is weird count. So
yeah.
It's hard to.
I purchased it. I purchased the chart and the banding when we went to Needlework Galleria.
Oh, I remember the days.
In 2019. And the banding I purchased from Susan Greening Davis, her little shop, Still Stitching with Susan.
Yeah.
It was very nice. And I'm using all the called for DMC.
Okay.
And I should have mentioned that on the letters happen to be on the first half of the Coloring Cotton Tea Leaves.
Mm.
I had a fat quarter that had cut in half for the letters S and T.
Okay.
And then the second half of that fat quarter was enough for Harriet Tubman.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you were going
Yeah,
with this.
I'm sorry,
I was lost.
because I came in the
I was
back.
like banding, which what is banding? How did you use the?
Yeah. I forgot to signal topic change.
Okay.
Fabric on Harriet Tubman.
There you go.
And S&T is the same fabric.
Same piece of
Coloring
fabric,
cotton,
just cut in
tea
half.
leaves, cut in half.
Okay.
Yes, I forgot to say that. And the Jean Farish is, I think, sea salt studio line
Yeah,
fabric
from her kit.
from her kit for the class, and it's Cosmo thread.
Okay.
All right, so those were my whips. All righty, Hall. Who got Hall? EJ has
You
Hall.
just got Hall.
So, wait, did I show you this Hall? No, I didn't. So, okay, so.
Good, because I'm.
Wait, do I have Hall? Yes, I have Hall. Do I have Hall? Did I show this to you guys? Well, you'll see.
Like a coffee break Hall.
I know I'm going to miss that peppermint frappuccino
I
when they
know.
stop making it for this.
Same thing with the salted caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, EJ. Oh, European cross stitch.
Oh,
It all came in.
Oh, that's your chatelaine?
Yes.
Oh, wait. So it's just. Is there a lot of specialty beads in there, or?
Well, there's enough. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. And there's metallics. I didn't open it up, but geez, Louise.
I like
Look
the
at these small beads.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get you a tacky bob. You got a tacky bob?
I do. I have 2 tacky bobs.
Okay.
I think you gave me one, or somebody, or Ruth gave me one. Somebody gave me a tacky bob from previous. So they don't ever dry out, do they?
No.
No.
Okay. So because it's been there, it's been there.
Bob
So
is
I have.
Yeah, Bob has always been tacky. That's right. That's right.
I have Alhambra Gardens. It came in, and okay, so, and I have the threads. I've already pulled the threads. I have the fabric. I have everything it needs.
All ready to go. 2021.
I am ready to go. 2022.
2022.
As my,
I wasn't gonna correct you.
I am so
I know, as my reward for not starting anything. 2022 comes. I'm gonna start my chatelaine. I'm gonna start my ABC, the big ABC.
mhm, mhm,
So I'm gonna get that kitted throughout the year.
mhm.
So I'm gonna be so happy.
Well, and those-
Yes.
both of them will be so well worth it because they're both just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
And I'm already like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, I need to start this in 2 years or next year. I'm gonna start this and next. I already have plans on starting different stuff already. It's like, girl, slow your roll. It's January 1st. But someone said, oh, EJ, don't let Gary have you start anything. Don't let Gary influence you. I said, I think I'll last longer than Shelia.
Oh no.
I
You
don't think I'm an influencer. Am I an influencer?
Oh no. I can tell.
You're an enabler.
Am I an enabler? I don't-
Wait a minute, Shelia. So you think you'll last longer than me?
Oh yeah.
I think I'll last longer than you. Should we do a bet?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll tell you guys next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I got money riding on it. Yay. If it's not actual money, it's still something.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, cute.
All right.
All right. So that's it?
That's it. That's all for my Yep, that is all.
Well, I have a piece of a Christmas gift. This was a Christmas gift from my sister. And I'm going to make sure I put it right side up. I'm kind of
Yeah,
challenged.
that's right.
Okay, here we go. It's a passport holder.
Oh.
So you put your passport in there.
Uh-huh.
And it's perforated, and you're supposed to put a stitch everywhere you've been.
Wow.
So as you travel, you fill it in.
So, okay, do you? Oh no, okay. I was just seeing if there's holes through the ocean so she could put the cruise line.
I actually
A
looked.
string to the. I'm like, well, she's been in the ocean more than she has on land.
No, I actually looked, and then I thought, well, I could do a long stitch from here to there, you know, just a long stitch, and I still might.
That's amazing. I love that. She brought your two passions together.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oh my God, you just put my two passions right in one gift.
I know when she saw that, it was like, oh
yeah. Wow.
It's just made for one person I know of.
Oh, and I loved it. It was interesting to see.
Yeah.
Kind of laid out like that.
That's amazing.
There's not a whole lot internally because everything was. The ship is going, I'll go.
It's all on the coast.
Yes. And I also, when we talk about this now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So I also got my February Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I was flipping through, and I knew it was on page 7, but when I turned the page, and it was like, doing, I was like, oh my God, there it is.
Yeah, they did a good job on it.
They did. I think, look at that. Garage Stitchery.
I know, it's official.
Just Cross Stitch magazine. Oh,
it's like my baby, our baby.
I know. Oh,
yay!
So nice. So congratulations.
Yes.
You're not going to make me start anything, but congratulations.
Yes, 2 things on the line.
I'm making a note. EJ and Shelia.
Competition.
And we're going to support each other.
Oh,
we're not going to not support each other.
No, I'm not
going to see who finishes, who starts up first.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything that will entice you to start something.
I would never either.
Yeah,
I heard lightning.
Every pore in your body.
You're just screaming from the lies.
Yes. Start something. Let's see your haul.
I don't have any haul.
Oh my God, no haul. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It's been a non-haul.
A non-haul week. That's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of nice. All righty. So announcements.
Oh, I have an announcement now that we're talking about enabling.
Okay.
New bags.
Okay.
Saturday, January the 9th.
Okay.
That's
next week.
Saturday.
Next Saturday. Oh, wow.
Next Saturday. So it'll be as I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it every time. We post the bags on Friday in the daytime on the website, GuyronStitchery.com. And it says sold out all day Friday because we're just putting the picture of the bag there. I will take the bags down Saturday morning, add the quantities, and then they populate all back up with the quantities. That way you can see the bag and you know where to go before you. So you should make your decisions because I know people who need time to make decisions, EJ. And there's some amazing fabrics. I may have been thinking about different things, you know, some interesting, you're going to get a little sneak peek.
I always get to go in and kind of look and see what they got.
I was, it looks a great collection.
Yeah. But I rarely buy on that Saturday. I think I only once have actually bought on that Saturday. I usually wait to see a week later
To give everybody else a
to
chance.
see what's left
Yeah.
and see if anything that I liked was left. If not, then I might pick something else.
But what I like about the website the most is that it doesn't sell out within a second like in Facebook, because people actually have to pay for what they pick.
Yeah.
So on the website they pay, check it out, and then it's like a couple of days, so you got a couple of days to go back. But if there's a really popular one, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's gone. And the bags are they're still amongst the best bags. They really are.
Ronnie puts a lot of heart and soul into it, so they're his little children.
Well, and I still have original bags that have been in and had different projects in and out of them. They've been washed now multiple times.
They get softer.
They do.
Yeah.
And I still enjoy, I can always tell an original bag when I pick it up because it's nice and soft and it's really cool. Okay. Well, we already kind of mentioned our other announcement in terms of always, if you're stitching on something that you have either the topic, the theme, you have adjusted the skin tones or other aspects of it to be
Representative of population,
of ethnic groups, cultures. Please hashtag it on Instagram.
Representation Matters SAL, and Diversity and Inclusion SAL.
Yes.
It's a lifelong hashtag. So whenever.
And it's a nice hashtag to go through and look, because people have been very creative, and they've taken patterns and changed them up, and you're like, oh, I didn't think of that pattern that way.
Exactly.
And it really opens your whole eye to something different.
It does.
Like
and
Mira or any other product, like you didn't think about. He would be a great skin tone conversion.
Yeah, he would.
It's only 3 colors. It's 3 colors of skin. So anything you
and also if you follow the hashtag, some people have put in their conversion. Conversion. So or you can also message, hey, I like the way this person looks, or I like what you did there. Can you please share what you used? And people are always helping each other out, and always.
And there's other resources for skin conversion. There's what Lord Libidan's website, and then is there another one?
It's coming.
There's another one
coming soon, and I'm so excited.
Yes. We still are planning our cruise in July. Nothing has changed. We are sailing on the Norwegian Breakaway out of Miami, heading into the Western Caribbean on July the 11th through the 19th.
So just contact Norwegian.
Norwegian Cruise Line, the phone number. We have a poster that we put at the end of our video that has the contact number for Lisette Mendez.
Yes, that's all you need to do.
That's all you need to do. Yeah.
And
say Sunshine Stitchers when you call her, so she knows to add you to our group.
Yeah.
You don't get any more benefit, but the deals right now are amazing.
Yeah. And that's so we can get a big enough room so we're not sitting in each other's lap.
Exactly.
That gets uncomfortable with needles.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, plans.
Oh, my plans. Oh, I just closed my book. Go ahead.
Okay. Gary, let's talk.
Yeah,
about
let me
your
go
plan.
first because it'll be a while.
Yeah.
So plans, as EJ alluded, WIPCO did drop. And apparently WIPCO you have all year, so I'll pick these up sometime during the year and do them. I don't have to have it done by January.
We need to just stitch on them in sometime in January.
No, that's not part of the rules. It's just sometime during the year.
You
It's
need
very
to
loosey
play
goosey.
with the spirit of it, Gary.
So I've got
some
5.
So there's 31 days in January.
So Vlad's Vash Day is supposed to be finished.
What is that noise? Did I hear something? A truck?
Nope.
No, that was something going by the house.
Santa's workshop finish. It ain't gonna happen.
Wait, you agreed to this though?
This year.
I got like this much done. He's a big guy. Anyway,
This much done.
we'll get it done. Homewards, the fun row. So I'll work on that one.
Okay.
And trick or treat. I just need to type. I type.
That's how he stitches so fast. He actually
It's
types
typing.
those stitches in.
I type those stitches in. I got an app.
Just wave it
The
across
word
the fabric.
trick or treat.
Trick
So
or
that's
treat.
only half.
Okay.
And then Ronnie's Haunted Hill Road, his birthday Sal. It just needs to be finished by August.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
Well, and the others, if you just put 10 stitches in, which is a minute for
but
you,
none of that's being touched
until
this
that's
guy is
right.
beaded.
That's right.
So
Yeah. All right. That works.
Yeah.
That works. How about you, EJ?
Well, for this week or this month, what are we doing?
We do plan. Well,
we do weekly planning because it changes by the week.
yeah.
okay.
We do monthly planning, but that's okay.
But you only get
I'll give you a week at a time. Well, I'll show you.
I'm going to work on this piece for
Mhm.
500 stitches.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I also need to work on my ABC because it was a WIPGO call. My ABC Jardin Privé de la Bordeuse that Shelia showed. And my goal is to work on up to the E. That's my WIPGO goal. So 500 stitches on this. The ABC de la Bordeuse up to the letter E. I think I'm on letter B, maybe.
Well, it goes fast and it's fun. So
And for my challenge groups, I also need to pick up I think I'm gonna either pick up Christmas Land because I need to stitch on a bell or a tower. And I know Christmas Land has a church with a bell in it, right?
Bell Tower.
Or does it have a school with a bell in it?
Okay, it's a school.
I think there's a school.
But is there a bell in there?
Yeah.
Could be school
Yeah.
bell.
Okay, so it's a bell or a tower. So I'm focusing on the bell part. Or Quaker Seasons of Friendship, you need a bell, and I know definitely one of those little motifs is a bell. So,
All right, so we're stitching a bunch of bells.
A bunch of bells.
so those are the three, either one of those things. Yeah. So those are the three projects. Nightlight, ABC de la Bordeuse, and either Quaker Seasons of Friendship or Christmas Land.
All right, and you're home this week, so it's a good week.
No, I go back to work on Monday.
The
Monday?
holiday's over with.
Oh,
Yeah.
New year, new world, back to life.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Womp womp.
It's okay.
No.
Summer break's almost here for you.
That's okay. That's what we're going to be hoping.
I'm trying not to rush the year because next thing you know, like, oh my God, it's June.
Well, I'm looking forward to June because I'm looking forward to StitchCon.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to Stitching by the Sea. Yeah.
I just don't want to rush the year. You know how you rush the year and you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Ronnie running around at StitchCon. you thought
last
real social butterfly.
Yeah, I know. He's in his element.
Yeah.
So I finished out December. These are
Nice.
all my December finishes.
oh,
The finishes,
Yeah, the
right.
photos
Okay.
are the finishes, and that was the stitching schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, for December. So this book has now been officially closed.
All right.
Here's the final act of taking December and
Putting it in the right place.
putting it in the right spot. And then there we go, the end of 2020.
Are you gonna
Yay!
staple in it to close it, or you just put that?
No, I put
bulldog back on there?
I put a different one on there.
Oh, okay.
Not so pretty one.
Oh, okay.
And I have mapped out January. So
Oh boy.
does this go, I don't know. Is this right? No? Okay.
Is that the right way?
no. Remember, Sunday comes in first. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I'm reading backward through paper.
Yeah, exactly. And the week it's the split. Push. Okay, there we go. So yeah, and January 1st was a Friday, just to add to the confusion.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that I have the letter S there.
Yes.
And I am compliant with no new starts because I did the outlining for S&T well in advance, and it was the equivalent of 226 full crosses.
Okay.
It was backstitch, the backstitch border.
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do is pick up each letter,
Mm-hmm.
piece of fabric for those months and work on it. So I started the letter S yesterday, also worked on Lady Virginia's garden. But you'll notice that the rest of the first week is empty because I don't know how long I'll work on S when I'll pick up T and when I finish T. And then if
So S&T should be done by the 11th at the latest.
For sure,
Okay.
for sure. S will definitely take the longest because the specialty stitch in S is a spider web rose, which requires you to interweave thread around.
Everyone knows, the piece.
You'll see the picture. Interwoven thread around spokes of thread.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so then S&T, and then when I finish those two letters, if I have a couple of these days left over, I'll either pick up Harriet Tubman or Lady Virginia's Garden. And then for the rest of the month, I've got Lady Virginia's Garden and Harriet Tubman also slated in there. But I've gone back to my daily rotation. So in the daily rotation, I take pieces from the front of the bin. I pick the one up in front, I work on it, and then when I'm done for that, at the end of that day, I put it in the back of the bin. So they constantly are working forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have several pieces, I think I counted 8 pieces on roller frames, and they're big pieces.
Yeah.
I don't keep them in the same bin with my other projects because
They're too big.
Too big. And I took cardstock and printed the names of those charts and just interspersed them in that bin with the other projects.
So EJ, in a couple of weeks when Shelia says, what the heck is this cardboard in here for? We'll refer her back to 116, right?
Well, I wrote the name of the chart on there. So,
because those roller frames will be moved somewhere in the house.
So interspersed through the bin for my daily rotation are these are the cardstock pages.
Yeah.
And so I'll still be able to keep my bigger pieces in rotation.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that. And as I was organizing that, this is what I was doing New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
As I was organizing that, I was able to put them in on of course I forgot, the latter part of the month will actually get it going, but they're all the bigger pieces are all interspersed in here.
Okay, good.
Because when we did my whip parade, remember we were trying to figure out how I was going to coordinate all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the solution.
Okay.
So that the big pieces are always in rotation. They don't get stuck on the side because I forgot to go look in that bin.
Yeah.
So those are my plans. My plans are the letters S and T, and then some more Harriet Tubman and the Lady Virginia to wound out this week.
Okay.
So I should have 2 finishes next week, S and T.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. All righty. Those are all the plans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
It's a light year already.
Light here. I know that was a quick video, but I think we've said it all.
So don't forget,
No matter where you are,
your
sun is always shining when you're
stitching.
Bye.
Bye.